Okay, let's continue. The next topic are some of the handy shortcuts built in to Python. And those are handy shortcuts we use for the basic arithmetic operators. Okay, so let's see example. I equals 7. So I created a variable I and the value is 7, and then I do, hey, this is something that we don't know, right? So I plus equals 5. And I say it's handy and it's equivalent to I equals I plus 5. Okay, so I plus 5, and then we are putting the value to I again. That's important. So we use I's value, we add a 5, and then we get the sum and then put it back into the variable I again. And then, well, we can do this a little bit shorter by using I plus equals 5. Okay, and similarly, you can also do minus equals, multiply equals, divided equals, and a remainder equals, or exponentiation, star equals, or slash equals. They are all supported in Python. And here are some more example. I started at 7, and then I plus equals 5, and then 7 plus 5 is 12, and then 12 will be assigned back to I. And then now I is already 12, right? So 12 and then multiply by 3, we got a 36, and 36 got assigned back to I. Okay, now I is 36, and I divided equals 6, and that is 36 divided by 6. You will get, remember, 6.0, right? Because integer divided by another integer will give you a float number, and then now I will be 6.0. And you can also do floor division equals. So 18 floor divided by 4 will give you a 4, so x will have 4 now. So this is kind of a handy shortcut and people use a lot. And if you really don't like that, you don't have to use that. However, when you see this kind of operators, you need to know what do they mean. Okay? So, and then let's move on and talk a little bit more about the more complicated calculations. So if you have a long calculation with multiple operators, and then, well, you need to figure out what are the operators of the highest level of the precedence. So for this example, we have subtraction, multiplication, floor division, and addition. And you should know multiplication and floor division, they are on the same level, and subtraction and addition, they are lower. So now we really have to figure out 2 multiplied by 5 and divided by floor division by 3, because that is the part with the highest precedence. And then for the multiplication and the floor division, they are on the same precedence level, so we process from the left side to the right side. So we got a 3, right? So 2 multiplied by 5, we got 10, and 10 floor divided by 3, we'll get a 3. So 16 minus 3 and plus 1. So subtraction and addition, they are on the same level. So again, we process from the left side to the right side, and eventually we got a 14. Okay, but now how about we add parentheses? Remember, for the parentheses, they have the highest precedence. So if we see the parentheses and then we want to do 5 floor divided by 3 first, because we have the parentheses and that part is even higher than multiplication. So we have to handle this part, and then 5 floor divided by 3, we got a 1, and then 2 multiplied by 1, we got a 2, and eventually we got a 15. Eventually we have 15 in this case. So, and remember, I'm coming back to the last slide, we got a 14. So 14 and 15. By adding the parentheses, we can change the result of a arithmetic statement. Okay, so, well, be careful. How do you want to enforce how do you want to force the sequence of the operators being processed? You don't have to add a lot of the parentheses, because adding parentheses will make the code harder to read. But if you do want to add parentheses to make sure a part is processed first, adding parentheses should be a good way to go. Okay? Well, in next video, I'm gonna talk briefly about the exercise. And before I finish, this will be the second video in this week. And by the way, today is also the last day for students to register or drop the courses. Okay, so for now, I really suggest you to spend some time to figure out your weekly schedule, like not just for my course, but for other courses too. So when are you going to campus? When are you going to watch the video? When are you going to do the exercise? And what are the submission due dates? And when will you have the exams? So those are the things you have to figure out by yourself, and make sure you have a working weekly schedule for that. And for my course, I'm trying to be consistent on the due days. So for the Flipgrid videos and the exercises and the projects, they will all due weekly on Monday 10 a.m. Okay, so I will see you in the next video.